So I've reviewed a ton of Casios on this channel. Some are great budget watches, some are perfect travel watches, and some are everyday beaters. But this might be the first watch I've reviewed that's actually designed to help keep you safe outdoors. With a compass, altimeter, barometer, thermometer, and solar power. And over the next few days, I'm putting it to the test in the Ozarks to see how it all works. But first, let's unbox it and get the first impressions. Welcome back to the channel Watch Your Budget, where we unbox and review affordable watches that pack a ton of value. And today, we're taking a look at my very first Pro Trek. This is going to be the PRG-270, and this is the variant 1CR. Let's take a look. All right, so first things first, the packaging is not the same as most Casios. You can definitely tell there's a little bit more quality in the packaging. You're paying for it in the price. Oh, wow. And so you have the watch wrapped in a cloth here. We'll get to that in a second. Inside, you should have your booklet. Oh, wow, look at this. That is a fat booklet. You got your warranty information in here. And there's a lot of different things this watch does. So this is probably going to come in handy. I really hope I can figure this out in a few minutes before it's time to hit the trails today. This is module 3415. Probably need to hang on to that. All right. Let's take a look at the watch. So this is my very first Pro Trek. I am an outdoors, love trails, love kayaking. I live in Florida, so I live an outdoor lifestyle. But this is my first Pro Trek. I'm very excited about getting this on wrist. Kind of doing this last minute, to be honest with you guys, trying to cram this in here. I'm in a hotel in Clifton, Arkansas currently. In just a few minutes, we're going to hit the road up to Buffalo National River to hit some trails, maybe get in the water a little bit. We'll see how the weather is. All right, so back to the PRG-270. It's got a little weight to it. It's got like a quality weight to it, which is nice. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can take a look. So nothing here is programmed. The time isn't right. Nothing here is programmed. So I do have to set all that up. This will be a two-part video. This first part here is literally just surface level, just taking a look at the watch, the packaging, what it looks like, some surface level stuff. Then I'm also going to have a follow-up video, which is going to have some real-world testing. I'm going to wear this watch. We're going to check out these features, put them to the test, and see how everything works. And I'll give you my impression after I'm able to use it. Now, out of the box, it's a nice-looking watch. It's a very, I don't know if I want to say tactical, definitely rugged. It's got some decent weight to it, but it's not too heavy for the size, which, by the way, I thought this watch would be a lot bigger than it actually is. When I was looking at the pictures and the videos online, it just looked like it was a massive watch. It's a big watch, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a big watch, but it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. It's actually really well proportioned. So you have your mode on the bottom left, you have your adjust on the top left, and then you have these three buttons for your sensors. You have compass, you have your barometer in the middle, and then your altimeter at the bottom. You have your light here at the bottom in the middle. It is a fixed bezel. Let me get the numbers up real quick. All right, so resin case, resin bezel. It is a mineral crystal. What's great about this is that the crystal is recessed to help prevent surface interference, some unneeded scratching. But this is a tool watch, every bit of a tool watch. You will be using this watch. It will get bumps and bruises. I think that actually is probably going to add character to the watch on a watch like this. As far as dimensions go, width is 52.4 millimeters. The lug to lug is 54.6 millimeters. Thickness is 15 millimeters, and the weight is only 69 grams. Again, it is 100 meters of water resistance, perfect for anything you can do outdoors. Swimming, kayaking, hiking, the rain, river crossings, just not intended for diving. Would not dive with this watch. 100 meters of water resistance. It also has solar power. On a full charge, this thing will give you 9 months of battery. If it's in low power mode, I believe it's like 23. What is it? 23. Yeah, 23 months if it's in low power mode. Now, when you're using all these different sensors and features that are on here, because like when you switch to the altimeter, for instance, it will run. As you can see, I'm not moving right now, so it's just going to be flat. But as these sensors are working, your usage is going to be a little bit different. But again, it's solar powered. And here's your barometer. It gives you like a little graphic up at the top there. But again, none of this is calibrated, so I have no idea what the accuracy looks like here. Just to give you an idea what it looks like, then the compass. Now, the compass is... Yeah, so the compass is going to give you continuous readings for 60 seconds, and then you'll have to recalibrate it again by pushing the button, which is pretty cool. It is 16 cardinal directions, and it's a resolution of every 1 degree, basically. It doesn't do half degrees. So I wouldn't fly a plane with this compass, but it's going to be more than adequate to help figure out where north is on a trail. All right, and as far as the altimeter, it does have a range of negative 700 meters. Put it back on the altimeter. It does have a range of negative 700 meters to 10,000 meters. And for my folks in the United States, that's going to be negative 2,300 feet to about 32,800 feet. So I'm not sure how tall Everest is, but I'm pretty sure 99.999% of the people that buy this watch will be within that range of the altimeter. Let's see here. The barometer does have a range of 260 to 1100 HPA with a 1 HPA resolution. It does give you a graph there to show where the pressure is. Again, this thing hasn't been calibrated, so I don't know how accurate that is currently. But as far as I had to look this up actually, as far as the HPA guide, 1020 or better is stable weather. 1013 HPA is average. Right around 1,005 HPA is when weather becomes unsettled, and then below 1,000 HPA is potential storms. So again, this is actually below 1,000, but if I were to show you outside, there's not even a cloud in the sky. So I have to. Sure, something in that 2-inch thick manual there will tell me how to calibrate this and program it. It does have 30 altitude records. It does store like treks on here, which is pretty cool. It does record the highest altitude, lowest altitude, total ascent, total descent, and it does have trek logs, which is pretty nice. Again, I don't know how any of that works currently. I have to look all this stuff up. Just surface level stuff here, guys. It does have like I said, the resin strap with a stainless steel buckle. It is a stainless steel case back with a pretty cool engraving there. This watch does have a much higher price tag than watches that I'm used to buying from Casio. This, I think I got this for around 160 bucks, maybe 150, somewhere in there. Got it on sale. And it does have sunrise, sunset data. It does have your typical Casio features, including like world time, 48 cities, 31 time zones. It does have 5 alarms, a stopwatch, countdown timer. It's a full auto calendar and an LED backlight, which I'm going to show you that again. I actually like this backlight. Really responsive buttons. I love how the whole thing just lights up blue. It's very easy to read. And there's a power save mode on this as well. So that's pretty much it. First impressions, it's better than I thought it was going to be. I've been hunting this watch for a while, so I'm going to be kind of biased with this review, if I'm being honest with you guys. Been just kind of waiting for the right time to purchase this watch, and this is the right time for this trip that we're on. So I'll look forward to putting it to the test. On the stiffer side with the strap, let's put it on wrist. All right, so it is definitely on the stiffer side, but I feel like it's not stiff like cheap. It's stiff like you don't want this watch to be loose. You want it to be strapped around your wrist, not have to worry about it. It's a good feeling of stiff. It's comfortable. You can see it has a very flat pancake profile here. So big watch, 6 inches and 7/8, 6 and 7/8 inches, just under 7 inches is my wrist size. You can use that as a little perspective there, but bigger watch does not wear big. I mean, it's easy to read. I know it's on my wrist, obviously, but it feels like I'm wearing a tool on my wrist. This is a watch. I don't know about an everyday beater, but if you're going to be outside doing fun stuff, I don't know if there's a better type of watch. I look forward to looking at for some other Pro Treks in the future. But as far as this one goes, it's about 10 to 13 years old. But I think it's still going to compete really well for the type of folks that need a watch like this. Fits really well, flat pancake profile, doesn't take up a ton of room as far as thickness goes, and it doesn't really pinch. Those buttons there don't get in the way as you'd think they would. Fits comfortable. All right, so there it is. The PRG-270. Out of the box. Looks great. Can't wait to get everything programmed, to get set up. There is going to be another video. I'm sure I'll probably link that up here somewhere when that video is posted, of me actually using this watch and wearing it and giving it some real world use. If you like the video, leave a like. Let me know in the comments, do you own one of these? Have you been looking for a PRG? Tell me what your experience is. What do you think of the unboxing? What do you think of the look of the watch? Let me know your opinions. Also subscribe and turn on notifications because I post new videos like this every single week. And more importantly, there's going to be a part 2 to this, which you're going to want to check out. I look forward to seeing you guys around the corner.